turn your expertise into high-ticket offers. I'm so excited to take you guys through this today. It's something I have been working on for a very long time in my head, like how to piece this together and teach in a clear way. You have great experience, but you're still underpaid. Without a clear offer, you're still trading dollars for hours. Why me? Because I've been you. I worked 20 years in corporate advertising, and I shifted my business from hourly consulting, which I did years of hourly consulting also, into package pricing. And that was a big shift for me. And now I help corporate execs, ex-corporate executives, create high-ticket offers that sell. Hourly math isn't working for us anymore. So let's fix that. What would your month look like if you earned the same amount of money, but in half the time? Seems like not doable. What is she talking about? There's no way. I want to think of a shift. I want to shift our mindset of the way that we are used to working. 160 hours is roughly what we have in a month. We are working 40-hour weeks. Let's say you negotiate a $120 an hour freelance rate. So great, you're bringing it home. You are making $19,200 a month, and it's fantastic. You're really excited that you're pushing that to almost 20 grand a month. That being said, you're busting your ass at 160 hours a month. And we all know that you don't just work 40 hours a week. That doesn't ever happen. We're always doing more than we say that we're going to do. And that's if you got a really great rate at $120 an hour. And a lot of us, that's what we're sold is, oh, I'm going to make $120 an hour because I don't get health insurance. I don't get paid time off. So I'm able to easier negotiate a higher salary because I'm coming in for a shorter amount of time. That's kind of this catch-22 that you get put in when you're a consultant or a freelancer. You see this high $120 an hour going, yeah, I want that. And then you realize you're working way more than even 160 hours a month. So let's flip that. Let's start talking about being a strategic partner where it doesn't matter the hours that you're working at your desk. You're not getting paid by the hour. You're getting paid by the output. You're getting paid by the results that you deliver. Whether you deliver them in 80 hours in a month or 40 hours in a month, that part is not what you're guaranteeing. You're guaranteeing the outcome. So let's talk about that. If we start making our mindset shift from you're not a freelancer, you're a strategic asset. Okay, you're no longer just a freelancer with a stacked resume. You're delivering value-driven results and for clients. And you're packaging your expertise into high-ticket offers, and that's where the change happens. I'm going to take you through an offer ladder. Okay, there's 2 steps to every offer ladder, and this is how we can start thinking about and building out to get to those 20K months. The first step is your intro offer. Everyone needs to have, what does that intro offer look like? These can range between maybe a $500 offer to a $1,500 offer. They could take about a day. It depends. Sometimes when I started creating my first intro offers, they might have taken 3 days, 5 days. It took me a long time to craft exactly what I wanted in my intro offer. Mine is called a vitality plan. So my intro offer, when I package it under Revive Marketing, it goes with my vitality plan. I'm going to bring vitality into your business. This is where you're bringing that strategic insight and a path forward. So it's a clear plan. However you brand that and name that for you is going to be specific to your brand. So that's step 1. Every client gets this intro offer. It brings them in. In that offer, there's also a proposal. And this is the next step. Now, we want to start thinking about it in 3 offers only. I did a video a couple months or so ago about how I did a proposal in 15 minutes because I only have 3 offers. So they either needed my middle package or they needed my downsell or my upsell. So let me explain that. Your downsell is your lighter touch package. It's something that would take you maybe a week to do. It is like a blueprint or strategy more fleshed out than the intro offer. maybe without full implementation. Maybe it's one thing. So maybe it's a glow up of something, or Maybe it's you're turning on a small piece of what they need, but it's something that's a quick win. It's a quick win for their client. It's a quick win for you. This would be your downsell offer. All right. Then your core offer is something that would be like your full framework. If you were really to come into a business and help them build a transformative system, or, I help people monetize their expertise. And so when you're building out your core offer, this is something that from soup to nuts you can get done for somebody. And that's going to be your middle offer or your core offer. Then you've got like an upsell offer. This would be something where they need more than just the basics. They need maybe a full brand, a full site, full messaging, full packaging. Building these offers is unique and custom to you. However, this offer ladder system really exists. There are people who are selling high ticket offers like this all day long. I did not know this coming from corporate. I had never heard of a high ticket offer. I just heard of hourly rates and margins. There was never once where somebody explained to me what a high ticket offer is and that the rest of the world outside of corporate works like this. So this was new for me. The next thing I want to talk about is breaking down what is that strategic intro offer? What is something that you're doing for somebody between $500 and $1,500? I really want to dive into this specifically because I think that the times that we're in is a unique time where downsells, intro offers, getting people in the door, leveraging your expertise is a little bit easier for people it always has been easier for people to palate paying an intro offer. But what this does is it helps give you that leverage and that expertise to then be able to sell in the high ticket offer. Coming in cold with a $10,000 offer, people are like, yeah, why am I going to pay you that? But if you get the opportunity, I recommend selling in this intro offer. What you do is you want to focus on something that's results, value, or outcome oriented. What is something specific that you can do for them that's going to increase their business? It's going to grow their business. It's going to give them some outcome that they're looking for. The intro offer also gives you time to be with the prospect. So in corporate, we call this a stakeholder interview. Are you making time to meet with the key stakeholders who are the decision makers and getting the information from them? Having worked on, let's say, a big media plan in my time of corporate, we were just given a brief and told, here, go create something for me off of a brief or a piece of paper. And it was so frustrating because I didn't get an actual dialogue with the client. What can I help you achieve? What are your actual core goals? And switching now into this world of being able to work with people and work with understanding I'm a small business, I get people on the phone and we talk through their business and I ask them core business questions. What are they trying to achieve? What are they trying to earn? What are they trying to become? And once you get that information, it's so much easier to then craft something for them to get, something that they should be able to do. Your intro offer can include things that we've probably all heard in corporate a million times, like a gap analysis or a SWOT analysis or findings and recommendations, or however you in your individual field work with your clients. We've done these things before. We've just never packaged them in an intro offer and said, hey, I'm going to sit with you. I'm going to ask you a bunch of business questions, and then I'm going to deliver back to you a strategic analysis of your business and what I think you need to do to get from where you are to where you want to go. This intro offer should include clear and actionable steps that you can solve for them. And that is how you bring the whole intro offer together. You're giving them value, you're giving them insight, you're giving them clear, actionable steps, and that is worth easily $500. It's easily worth $1,500. But more than that, it gets these clients to know, like, and trust you that this is going to be you're the type of person that can solve that for them. So it does many things for you as a small business, but it also gives you to be paid for a proposal. And coming from corporate side and coming from, where we just give away proposals for free and we do all of this work for free all the time, this is a different mindset shift. This is saying, no, I'm not doing a proposal for you for free. I'm going to do a strategic growth brief that's going to take your business from where you are to where you want to go, and you're going to pay me for it. But that is your intro offer. So again, it's value-oriented, it's giving them something that they need to do, and it's giving them specific steps. So that's your intro offer. Your high-ticket offer really also is a shift in mindset. So I have a whole cash-out blueprint on my website, and there's a QR code here, and it will be in my links, but it takes you through the 5 steps of how to create these high-ticket offers, because I believe that every industry can use this. This isn't just a marketing only. This isn't like only you've worked in advertising or only you've worked in sales. This is for service-based professionals who want to be able to package and price their offers into a high-ticket way. So we're all going to have different ways to package and position ourselves. So the first question is like, define your value. This would be things like, where do you come into a room where nobody else can, and what are the things that you can do? What are the things that you bring to the table that nobody else does? And those of us who've been working in corporate for a very long time know exactly how to get this, what these things are that we do. The second thing, I give this tip to a lot of people. I say, spend like 20 minutes, set a timer, and list your services, like all the things that you do. Like spend 20 minutes. And when my coach teaches us how to journal, it's something about a timer and getting to the end of the timer that the magic comes. So if you set yourself 15 minutes or 20 minutes, pen to paper the entire time, because it's at those last couple of minutes when that timer is about to run out, when the gold starts coming out. So these are the things that you're going to start writing down. Like, okay, let's take, for example, when I worked in ad sales, okay, the services that I provided was a lot more than just like, oh, I know how to pick up the phone and smile and dial. Like, of course, that's part of what a salesperson does. But a salesperson does consultative sales. We offer value and insights in how to grow a client's business because we know what outcomes they need. Like, these are all things that we do as even just a salesperson that is part of what your services are. Then we go into like impact. So what are some performance and things that you've done for people? And then we start to figure out how to package your expertise and put it together. Out of that, we build high-value offers. I want to talk a little bit about the revenue and the reality checks. So as I say, don't think about trading hours for dollars. I think it's just human nature that we still will look at hours and dollars. It's like we can't look away. So the way that this has helped me is to kind of leverage that, but like a behind the scenes. This is not a rate card I'm going to put in front of a client. It's something that I'm going to know I can base my income off of in order to get those to that number that I want. So let's say that you sell 3 intro offers in a month and you make $1,500. That's, again, your low ticket offer. The idea is mostly that you're getting paid to do a strategic proposal. You're getting some money for getting people into your funnel, right? Let's say that out of that, you sell 3 that month of your downsell. For me, even I'd be happy with 10 grand a month. Like, okay, I can live a really nice life. I'm only working 20 hours a month and I'm making 10 grand. Maybe that's where a lot of people are like, oh, I'm good with that. I'll stop there. But if you're like, okay, I'm ready to hustle, I want to work even more, I'm going to sell even more core offers, and you sell something at 8 grand, you're making 20 grand a month. So with 40 hours still remaining, because this is dedicated time. That's what's different about corporate. This was a mindset shift too that I had to make of like, in corporate, in your day job, you are allocating so much time to meetings, to internal communications, to navigating politics, to all of the things that go with having a corporate job, that when you're coming in as the strategic partner, you're getting the job done and you're leaving. You're focusing, you get more flow state work to be able to get your mind focused on this specific task, and you get it done in less time. Now, this is not for intro people. This isn't for, oh, I'm brand new to corporate, or, I'm just out of college. I'm going to come and be able to demand these prices. No, this is for people who have been doing this for a really long time and can come back to these companies that they've worked for before and sell back in their services because they know how to get the job done, how to get it done faster. So this is how the money math kind of works out when we break it down. So how do we do this? How do we go out and sell this back to the companies we've been working for? Because they're hiring people back at freelancers. They're hiring people back at consultants. But positioning yourself this way helps you be able to demand those prices. So I'm calling it the cash out engine because you need 3 pieces to it. And if you don't have all three pieces, they're not all going to work. You can't do one and not do the other ones. And the first one is the brand. Why you? Why you're different? Now, I say that because that's the first step of understanding what you stand for, your values, your mission, things like that. Then you need the packaging, which is all the stuff I kind of just went through. How do you position and package yourself and your pricing to differentiate yourself? And then the third thing is visibility. So you can have the most amazing brand and the best packages, but if nobody sees it, did the tree fall in the forest, right? You have to have visibility. So the way that you show up, the way that you talk about how you solve your clients' pain points, how you're presenting yourself with your brand, with your packaging, that's the visibility. It's the third part, the third component. I'm going to give a couple examples. So this was Kathy. Kathy came to me with years of experience. She worked in she's amazing. She worked in law firms. She worked in she was a flight attendant. I mean, you name it, this woman did it. And as she retired, she was like, you know what? I want to do something else. I want to coach and help people through their trials and tribulations of relationships. So we built her Kathy's Love Magic website, and creating this brand for her made her feel like this is who she wanted to show up with as herself in real life. And I feel like through the branding of her and photo shoots and creation of this website, she sort of felt like, wow, seeing herself the way she sees herself. And so the experience of that was very transformative for her in creating this brand. So that's just sort of that first step of branding and creating that look. Now, she wanted to be a coach and she was selling a course. So it's not exactly a similar offers, but it just shows the example of what branding can do. Packaging is a different example. So this is an example of value-based packaging that I put together for Mink. They were a law firm, and really making them look at how they were positioning themselves as business and personal. And they had 2 different divisions of the law firm, but really talking about the value that they bring. So we've talked a lot about, the things that they were able to accomplish for other businesses, and then doing this 2-step process. Get on a call with us, let's create a plan, and then how do we move forward? So that's an example of packaging. Positioning is my client Bernice, where she was a hypnotherapist, and she came to me after 40 years in corporate and retired and wanted to do something completely different. So she went back to school and became a hypnotherapist. And she came to me just wanting to do something different in her life and felt inspired and empowered through her life's struggles that she's gone through and how much she found in hypnotherapy. And I say positioning here because her task to me was, well, Rhiannon, I want to be a hypnotherapist, but I want a whole website that doesn't call me a hypnotherapist. So how do we position her as a mindset transformation and how she helps people through transforming mindset and through the spirit, the mind-body connection. So it's really a fabulous website and brand, but the positioning was really unique to her, and that's how you create that connection back with your audience is in the positioning. And then visibility is that third component. So how you're taking all these assets of this brand and this positioning and you're showing up then visibly online. So Dara is an example of a real estate agent who just had to be a little bit different in her positioning as far as wanting to help people who go through transition. So people who are moving into the city, she's sort of specialized in that and being visible in these things in ways that she could show up. So if you want help building your strategic partner brand and high ticket offers, book a vitality plan with me. And today I'm doing a case study offer to do 3 workshop. 3 attendees will get the case study rate of $650, and you can book a fit call with me. So that's my first part of my workshop where I take everyone through a bit of a thinking, ways to think, things to think about, and then I answer questions at the back half.